Hey Virgo, thanks so much for joining me for your November Horoscope, followed as usual by your fiercely focused reading to get those practical Virgoan steps for you to make the most of this month. So before we get started, I just wanted to say, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, thank you. Thank you for spending your time with me, whether this is your first time here or if you've been with the channel for a while, recently celebrated that 1-year anniversary. You are really making a difference in my life. I want you to know that is the absolute truth. Whether it's a like, a comment, a subscribe, like a share, or those of you who have gotten personal readings and charts from me, it's really not overstating it to say that you're helping me make my dream come true. So thank you, genuinely, 1000% from my awkward little heart to yours. Thank you. Okay, now enough of that mush. Let's get to what Virgo needs to know this month. What does Spirit have in store? What kind of influences, characters, and energies will you be encountering this month? In November, Virgo, November 2017. Virgo, okay. And you know, when I was meditating on your energy and doing my prayer, my little ritual before we got started, Spirit was giving me this real sense of, it almost felt, you know, I'm kind of a loud person. And as I was going to open your reading, I felt very, like, almost at a whisper. Like, hey, Virgo, how are you doing? It feels very calm, peaceful, like recovery kind of energy. So I feel like for some of you, November, you really need like a deep breath. So we'll see what the cards say. But I would encourage those of you who that resonates for, and these are general readings, of course, Virgo, so some messages will resonate more than others. But I do encourage you to take that deep breath and continue to take those deep breaths. Oh, yeah, things are moving in a really beautiful direction, okay? No fear. And we'll pan down in just a second to let you see your cards. That is when you will receive the most face you have ever had in your face. Ooh, beautiful. Okay, Spirit, November. Wow. Okay, and you got a bonus card, and I know exactly where this goes. Okay, Virgo. So let's give you that look at your cards that I was talking about. Here comes the face and all the stripes. Stripes and face. I hope you're okay with this. It'll be over in just a second. Okay, there we go. All right, let's talk about what you're working with, Virgo. So let us not mince words. I can see why Spirit was saying you're going to need to take kind of a big, deep breath this month, because this is a month of transformation. And temptation is really what I'm feeling. We have the Tower and the Devil here. Two cards that classically, you know, we're not looking forward to seeing in a spread. Anybody who goes and gets it, you don't have to know the cards very well to be like, the Devil, that doesn't sound good. The Tower, like, I don't want any of that. I don't want to tumble out of this tower that I built for myself. Here's the thing, Virgo. I think that getting out of your tower is going to be more, more liberating than you might think. There's actually a whole lot of opportunity this month. Your bonus card here, I definitely want to set it like right here between the Tower and the Devil. But I'm going to move it just so you can have an eye on the symbolism here, but we're going to talk about that. Okay, so let's talk about boxing yourself in, Virgo. Let's talk about kind of, some of you are feeling kind of that scarcity, the poverty, you know, it completely makes sense. The holidays are coming up. This is when a lot of us start to feel the pinch of like, oh my goodness, am I going to have enough to cover everything? And, you know, generally the world is in a state of a little bit of like, oh my God, I do not get paid enough to pay these bills. So some of you are experiencing it this way. And some of you, it's more like you're holding yourself back. You're giving yourself too little credit. There's a breakthrough. It is a lot. It's a lot that you're taking on. But I feel like there's a need to move. There's a need to go forward. There's a need to like stop hesitating and kind of get out of this mentality. This, you know, I mean, look at this guy. He's wearing a crown. He's got this lush kingdom all around him, but for whatever reason, he's chosen to build his castle, his little fortress, and I do mean little, like a tiny little sandbox. Like there's no room for anything besides him. Not even like a bed to sleep in, not even room to stretch out. Don't hoard your gifts. Don't hoard your resources. Come at this head on. I mean, look at these. You've got pentacles, pentacles, pentacles. You've got almost the whole pentacles court here. All you're missing is the page. Maybe it'll pop up in your fiercely focused spread. But look at this king. Spirit just said some of you have benefactors. Some of you have somebody that believes in you, that believes in your work, that's willing to pay. Okay? Spirit just said publisher. So some of you, this is your writing. And, you know, it's NaNoWriMo. And Spirit is aware. Like, I know that sounds weird, but, you know, they're timeless. So it's, you know, we might be expecting always these kind of like heavy or really like, oh, like monks chorus. But they're talking about the fact that some of you need to break through your damn bubble and your damn fear and stop hoarding your gift and write. It's like write or paint. Do. Like, that's what I'm really feeling is like, take action, please. Like, this isn't serving you. And if it feels like not enough, then that's all the more reason to go out and do. It's all the more reason to challenge yourself and to see what doors open for you. I mentioned temptation. And that's what Spirit's bringing up to me right now. We have the devil, and I'm kind of getting this sense that some of you, there is somebody from the past that there's a connection here. Like, let's not devalue this thing just because maybe it's not the healthiest thing for some of you. I feel like you need to be really centered within yourself and your desires, Virgo, because there is something coming to kind of sway you, something that could kind of interrupt your flow or keep you in this box. Old habits is what Spirit is saying. Like, don't fall back on old habits, don't fall back on old ways. If you haven't been here before, Virgo, I want to talk to you just for a second about the devil. Tarot is pre-Christian. The devil is not evil. He does not represent Satan because, like, Satan is not a thing, like in pre-Christian mythology. So the devil is us. The devil is our shadow side. The devil is the way in which we hold ourselves back. Hello. The devil is fearful thoughts and obsession and temptation and lust and greed and all those things that we try to hide. We don't want to be this. You know what I mean? We don't want anybody to know that we have a gambling problem. We don't want anybody to know that we cheated on our spouse. We don't want anybody to know that we lust after whoever, or we want something that is really inappropriate and not okay, blah, blah, blah. I feel like there's a real opportunity to get free this month. And it has to do with your bonus card. Justice. This is kind of your wheelhouse, Virgo. This is about being very real and honest with yourself. really weighing this out and being like, okay, like, is this good for me? Is this bad for me? Is this habit serving me or making me feel drained? You know, what is it in your life that is making you feel smaller than you are? If you ever look at this card next to the Lover's card, you would notice that the couple in this card is like teeny, teeny, tiny. Like the lovers are like up to here. This devil makes you feel small. So what false beliefs, what false narratives, what false circumstances are convincing you that you're small and you need to stay where you are? Time to break free. Be the fool. Throw that shit off. The fool is not the idiot. The fool is optimistic and full of faith and willing to fucking fall down and scrape his knees on the way to a new adventure. The fool is just happy to leave the cave of unconsciousness. And remember, the devil is unconsciousness. Bring it to light. I don't care if you like getting spanked, Virgo. Like, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of need to feel that way for yourself. You need to have some compassion and forgiveness for habits past, for relationships past, for fuck-ups of whatever kind of the past, because that's how you move forward. That's how you find victory. When you say to yourself, like, yes, all that happened. Like, I accept everything. That's the fool. I accept everything, and I don't judge it. I judge nothing. Shine that compassion on yourself. It's the only way that you can learn. And like I said, that leads to victory. That leads to acknowledgement. That leads to setting free your gifts, Virgo. You know, I'm going to bring up that cliche thing like all astrology books and astrologers say about your Virgo, which is the critical thing. And as much as anybody gripes about you being critical of other people, you can be like, of course you're your own worst critic. When you look at the stuff that you do, when you look at the quality, the output, you compare it to the best of the best. It's like if you write fantasy fiction, you're looking at Neil Gaiman and going, oh my God, I'm a fraud. And like, there is this, oh no, and I feel bad, Virgo, his name escapes me. I'm going to include it, I'll make a note to include this in the description below. So look for this little short video. I'm going to put this amazing, some of you have probably heard it, it's going to be really helpful for those of you who are doing the NaNoWriMo thing or who are just really thinking about bringing out your creative gifts and doing this month and really starting, even if it's starting from the bottom, even if it's slow and steady. That's your specialty, Virgo. You're an earth sign. Plot it out and then do it. But this quote is about the fact that when you're creative and you have good taste, of course you like thumb your nose at the very first drafts of the things that you're making. Of course you compare it to the best and go, oh my God, this is crap. But if anything, that should encourage you that you know when something is good and when something needs more work. You just need to be a little bit more forgiving of yourself and the fact that this is a process, okay? And these are, of course, again, general readings, Virgo, so some messages resonate more than others. And for some people, this could be about your job. For some people, this is your creative work. For some people, it's a business. That's what Spirit just said, because there are so many pentacle cards here. I feel like this is something you're producing and something you would really, you know, you make money from or you would like to make money from. You need to open up so that you can create this magic, okay? And opening up in some ways can be extreme and feel almost violent. And I don't mean like physically violent. I mean the way that, you know, when you get broken up with, Virgo, and your life goes topsy-turvy, that's like the Tower. Or when you walk into the office and you are unceremoniously fired, that's Tower energy. Like the change is coming from the outside. You are being thrown from the nest, is what Spirit just said. But I feel strongly that when you get thrown from the nest because you're being honest with yourself, because like, okay, this job or this relationship or this habit is not working for me anymore and I need to get real with myself and really look at it. When you're aligned with yourself, this Tower is not going to feel so bad. The Tower is never a lot of fun, but the Tower is transformational. The Tower is kind of the equivalent of, like, you know, a snake sheds its skin in its own time, right? But the Tower is as if you walked up to the snake and went, oh, you got a little bit of dry skin. Like, I just ripped your identity off, and now what are you? Now what will you choose? So if something is moved out of your way this month, Virgo, take it as an opportunity to rewrite and become yourself. Temperance says take care of your body. Don't go to extremes. Spirit just said don't do all-nighters. That's not going to improve the quality of your work. You want to be rested. You want to be hydrated. The Knight of Pentacles, right here next to it, saying slow and steady, pace yourself. This is a long game you're playing, okay? Not a short, like, sprint. You want to really take care of yourself and not head for burnout. I really see this going beautiful places. Don't have to be a tarot reader to see a lady with a crown and a big gold coin to go, yeah, that looks pretty good. I might be cultivating something pretty sweet. Notice how one card after the other, this guy, oh my god, if I can pick it up, this guy is in pursuit of this glowing gold coin, and then followed by, hey, what up? I got it. You can have this, Virgo. You can have this. But just like in every story, every adventure, every video game, to get what you want, you have to face the scary boss. And the boss is Scott. The boss is you. That's the big secret. If for those of you that had watched or read Scott Pilgrim versus the World, you know what I'm talking about. You don't have to fight this. You have to acknowledge and forgive this. Look at their feet. Notice that on first glance it looks like they're chained, but the shackles are off. They can walk away at whatever time. You may feel like you're under the sway of this, or duty bound, or bound and determined. Bound is the key word here. You may feel like you're bound to this and you're not. Some of you might make the decision consciously, and some of you, Spirit might just set you free. So if you've been feeling like something is maybe not working, maybe you want to step out before it becomes like, whoa, where did this come from? Or you want to make some plans, because Spirit just said, some of you feel the rumbles of this already underneath your feet. Like, ooh, something is coming. Somebody's whispering something in the hallways at work, that there's some kind of, like, culling that's coming, like we're downsizing, or oh my god, the relationship has been a little bit on the rocks for a while, like maybe I should say something instead of just coming home one day and saying like, oh hey, you didn't wash the dishes, and the person's like, I don't want to be with you anymore. Like, have the discussion, be open, okay? Take the initiative where you can, and where you can't, please know that you're being set free and allowed again to like recalibrate and to do things honestly, to clean the slate, to open up to new possibilities, to find these benefactors, these people that want to help you, these people that are offering of their resources, whether that's mental or money, like they are offering you kind of like a mentorship for some of you. Mentorship, internship, I'm feeling like you're feeling taken under a wing. And the King and Queen of Pentacles also often speaks to me of either a married couple or the potential for a really wonderful relationship, which is the last card in your reading. The opportunity for something really gorgeous to develop. The Two of Cups is just the beginning. This is like the meeting. This is the falling in love. This is the chemistry. Now, the staying power is up to you. You want to build it on a strong foundation. Whatever this is did not have a strong foundation. When the tower falls, it's because the foundation was faulty. You have the opportunity to have something better, to enjoy and share something more. So open yourself up. Open up to your gifts. Open up to the reality of the situation and the possibilities, Virgo. Okay, so now let's look at your fiercely focused spread. Let's get a little bit more detail and kind of a Virgo perfect little outline of what to do this month. And for those of you who haven't been here before, Virgo, this is just a quick 5-card reading to get a theme for your month. And then the best action that you can take when it comes to like body, mind, heart, and soul. Physical, financial, then the mental, then love and relationships. Wow. And finally, what's activating you? But of course, Spirit's like, nope, I'm ready to talk now. Same card, different deck. Temperance. Don't go to extremes. Notice how she's kind of the opposite of that devil with his big old wings. Like, she is so chill. And Spirit is saying, some of you, there may be like, for some of you, this is gender fluidity. Because actually the angel here in the card is the hermaphrodite. The birth, the love child of Hermes and Aphrodite when they got together and did their thing. The perfect blend of opposites. So get into your fluidity, whether you feel like that's gender, whether you feel like that's like, hey, I need to pay a little more attention to the natural rhythms of my body, like wake at this time, sleep when I'm tired, eat when I'm hungry. Listen to yourself. Come to a peaceful, grounded, centered place. For some of you, meditation and prayer will be really helpful with this. Okay, and I feel like I want to look at you, Virgo, for the last part of this reading, so I'm just gonna pen you up, and you get all the face. Okay, so now let's look at your money, your resources, and your physical body, your health. What does Virgo need to know in November, Spirit, for their highest good? Ooh, wow. Same card, different deck. King of Pentacles, be the boss. I'm also, again, feeling like benefactor or new boss or somebody that is taking you under their wing. But of course, whenever we meet a member of the tarot court along our way, it's because we are meant to invoke these qualities in ourselves. What is the King of Pentacles? He's a builder. He's dedicated. He looks long-term into the future. He plans his work and works his plan, and he gets what he wants. He builds it himself. If somebody came tomorrow and took everything that he'd built up, he would start again. This is like an odd little detail, but look at his boots. If you look at any of the other kings, they've got like, you know, nice fancy kingy boots. If you look at his, he's wearing metal, like he's got a suit of armor underneath here. Like, he is a worker. He is a badass. He's not afraid of a tough battle, okay? He's not afraid of the long haul. You got this, Virgo. Okay. So now let's look. Wow. Spirit just like threw that out. I was going to say, look at the mental realm, okay? Don't feel bad about letting some things go. Don't feel bad about dropping some of this. Swords are thoughts and words, and some things are like not yours to carry, okay? And some things belong in the past, is what Spirit just said. That's why he's looking over his shoulder. Now, the warning in this card, though, is if you spend too much time looking over your shoulder and worrying about the stuff that you chose to leave behind, you're going to run into some shit, okay? Eyes forward. You had to leave that stuff. There's a time and place for thinking about the past, and it is not while you're on your way to your future, okay? Okay. So now, let's look at your emotions. What's going on in your heart? What's going on in your relationships? Anything to know about that Two of Cups, maybe? What do they need to know, Spirit, for their highest good? Virgo, November, Virgo. Knight of Cups, somebody's making a sweet offer. Is it you or someone coming to you, Virgo? This is like proposal. This is I want to go out with you. This is I like you and I like you. The Knight of Cups is open-hearted. The Knight of Cups is sensitive and like the kind of person who writes you poetry and sings you songs. Like, this is serious shit. Spirit just said some of you get a surprise delivery, like, oh my god, flowers, or oh my god, this person like really did like write a poem or whatever and like dropped it off at my work or hid it in my windshield or whatever. I feel like a nice proposition is kind of made to you, a romantic overture. Let me know in the comments, Virgo. Let me know. Who's the Knight of Cups? Who's the Knight of Cups? Could be your spouse, could be a current partner just doing something sweet for you, giving you an invitation. And now, on the topic of passion, what's lighting Virgo up? What do they need to know? What's going on in their fighting spirit? What is activating them? What does Virgo need to know? Let's find out. Dun dun dun! Don't waste your time on petty crap. Don't waste your time on petty crap. If you're serious about this thing that you're doing, this creative work or this passion of yours, this hobby, then get serious. If you're just playing, that's cool. Then just get out there and play and have fun. But it feels a little bit like competition, and sometimes competition can, you know, paralyze us. Like they were like talking about needing to kind of break out and be like, yeah, I can do this. This is my skill. I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. Like even if I'm hesitant, even if I'm afraid I'm no good, I'm just gonna do it. Look for that creativity quote that I'm gonna put in the description. It's really good. Get out there and test your ideas, Virgo. Don't be afraid of a little competition. Don't be afraid of a little bit of like heat. You can take it. You can take the heat. Stay in the kitchen. You're cooking up something gorgeous, all right? Don't go to extremes. Take it easy. Be honest with yourself. Be where you are in the moment. And you can build something amazing. Something that can take care of you, like something professionally and personally fulfilling and satisfying, all right? Seems pretty good, Virgo. Thank you for being here with me, Virgo. I really appreciate it. I hope you find this really helpful, and if you ever want to go deeper, you can book a reading with me by email or face-to-face. All that info is linked below, and I would love to hear from you, and I hope to see you in December. Happy holidays. Bye, Virgo. Peace.